So, one of the most common questions I get asked is my advice to high school girls who want to be traditional wives in the future. So, first of all, you may or may not be super supported in this idea, and that is okay. Coming from me, I was not super supported in my decision to drop out of college and become a traditional wife. You have a very loving, supporting family that wants the best for you. Stay at home. I don't know what this whole rush is to get out of home. And you see 18-year-old girls getting apartments together and working full time just to pay for those apartments. And it's silly. If you don't need to leave the home, then don't leave your home. On a serious, that is my number one tip for young girls wanting to be traditional wives. Do not leave home unless you absolutely need to or you don't have a healthy dynamic. Stay home as long as you possibly can. Contribute around the house. Do chores. Contributing around the house also will teach you homemaking skills. Learn to cook, practice recipes in your family's kitchen, and feed your family delicious food and new recipes you've tried. Clean the house, help your mom out if you can, and learn different feeding techniques. I want to add, you don't need to go to college. You shouldn't feel pressured to. If you want to be a traditional wife in the future, you don't need to go to college. This narrative that women who don't go to college or people in general who don't go to college are uneducated is so false. We have the internet, we have books, we have so many resources at our fingertips. You don't need to go to college to get educated.
So I had a follower send this to me who thought that this woman was joking. It is not a joke. So I am an ex-trad wife. I spent 24 years as a trad wife. And honestly, if I had had TikTok when I was a 23-year-old, 26-year-old girl, I would have said the same stuff that she said. When I was 20 years old, after 2 years in junior college, I dropped out. My brand new hot husband frankly told me that he wasn't going to pay to educate a housewife. But the sad thing was that, I 100% agreed with that. I saw absolutely zero reason for me to go to school, have any type of career or anything, because I knew that I was just going to have babies and decorate and clean the house and sit around looking cute while I cooked dinner. Fast forward to 24 years later. This is me the day that my marriage ended, and it all came crashing to the ground. Within a few days, I was unable to buy a bag of groceries at Trader Joe's. The total was $43. Within a few months, I was sleeping in the back of my car. This is really embarrassing to even look back at, but I only had money to put gas in that car and to buy any type of groceries or toothpaste or anything because I set up a little GoFund for myself that I would send to my best friends. Listen, nobody should ever listen to these trad wives. Nobody. Here's a little bit of data for you. About half of all marriages end in divorce. Less than 40% of child support gets paid. Less than 17% of alimony ever gets paid. The biggest risk factor for domestic violence is financial dependence on your partner. The number one cause of death of pregnant women is their romantic partner. More than 80% of stay-at-home moms have no retirement of their own, which is why elderly females are the highest poverty demographic in America. This whole don't go to college, you don't need that, you're just going to be a wife. Oh my God. A man is not a plan. Never has been, never should be. Get a job. No adult human being should ever be financially dependent on another adult human being unless you are disabled or in some way incapacitated and unable to support yourself.